All right, so we're going to learn about watersheds today. So do you live in a watershed? Watch this video and find out. Or you could just wait until I tell you right now on slide 4. You do live in a watershed. Everyone that lives on land lives in a watershed. What watershed do you live in? Watch this video and it'll tell you it is the Chesapeake Bay watershed. There are over 18 million people that live in this watershed. It's a lot of people. Name one major city and one major river in your watershed. So Washington, D.C. is a major city that's in our watershed, and the Potomac River is one of the main rivers. The Chesapeake Bay is an estuary. An estuary is a body of water where fresh and salt water meet or mix. Right. Slide 5. Why are estuaries called the nursery of the sea? Watch this video and you'll get more detail on that. But it's called the nursery of the sea because it provides a safe environment for many organisms to raise their young. Name 2 reasons estuaries are important. Estuaries are important because they filter water. They also are important because they buffer the ocean and the land. That means that they help keep them separate. Without estuaries, it would be really hard on the land. It would be really hard on the ocean. It helps keep them both in order. And then you watch this video and you find out that the Chesapeake Bay is a coastal estuary. There are a few estuaries that you need to learn. Watch the video and find them. But you just need to know that the Chesapeake Bay is a coastal one. For slide 6, I'm not going to give you much help for. I want you to think about what can cause pollution in water. So you can think about what causes pollution in the air, and that can maybe get some things started thinking in your head about what can cause pollution in the water. We're going to go on to the next slide on the same bit here. So slide 7, you click on this link and you are to read a couple of graphs. So the first question that you're answering from this page is how much of the Chesapeake Bay is partially or fully impaired by toxic contaminants? And you'll see that the answer is 80% of the tidal Chesapeake Bay is partially or fully impaired by toxic contaminants. So that means it's not working the way it should be because it's 80%. 80% of it is contaminated in some way. In 2011, how many pounds of nitrogen loads were in the Chesapeake Bay? So scroll down. Right here we have nitrogen loads. And I said what year? 2011. So we have 2010 here, 2011 here. So that should be around 500 million pounds. So 500 million pounds in 2011. Nitrogen was dumped in the Chesapeake Bay. In 2015, how many pounds of phosphorus loads were dumped into Chesapeake Bay? So we're going to scroll down and look at phosphorus loads here in 2015. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. At 15, about 10 million pounds of phosphorus were dumped into the Chesapeake Bay. We're going to go ahead and do slide 8 on this one too, just so I can explain to you what you're doing a little bit more. For this one, you're going to choose one of these to read about, and you're going to tell me what issues the animal faced or is currently facing in the Chesapeake Bay. And then you're going to tell me how you can protect that animal. So you're going to tell me how you can protect that animal. All you need to do is put one sentence in each of these, okay? And then once you're done with that, here is a quizzes that you're going to do, and that is it.